Good morning. My name is Kelsey Brown, and the first thing that came to my mind when I found out I would be introducing McBride Jamieson was, how will I be able to describe McBride in only a 1-minute speech? However, I realized there's no way that I would be able to completely explain to you all how incredibly amazing McBride is. So, if you know McBride, you know she is one of the most kind-hearted and generous people around. No matter the circumstance, McBride would be the first person to lend a helping hand. So it would be an understatement to say that McBride's genuine character is what sets her apart from the rest. Now, I could continue to stand here and list off all of McBride's achievements, trying to convey to you all what an outstanding person she is, but I will leave that to McBride. Instead, I want to tell McBride how appreciated and how loved she is, how her kindness does not go unseen, and how her amazing character continues to spread throughout every room she walks into. McBride, I know you have a wonderful story to tell, so please help me in introducing McBride Frances Jamieson.
After listening to my sister's speeches, I bet y'all have realized I'm a triplet. Don't get me wrong, my sisters are great and all, but also, being a triplet can be the worst. I know what everybody's probably thinking. How could it be the worst? You have two built-in best friends, and it must be so cool doing every little thing with them. And while yes, it is fun sometimes, but sharing every second together can lead many to categorize us, to make it easier for them to distinguish us without having to ask over and over again which Jamieson is which. It always felt like we were recognized by labels constantly. For as long as I can remember, we would be labeled as the tall one, smart one, funny one, pretty one, and so on. Being that we had our own labels, which were always different depending on who knew us best, I had always felt like I should keep to my own labels. Being that my sisters are the same age as me means that room for labels were everywhere. All three of us are so incredibly different, so it was easy. We would have friends, family, and teachers make remarks about our physical attributes as well as our personality, and it was always so funny when people would first find out that we were triplets and look so shocked, because I had brown hair. My siblings were both blonde. I was inches taller than they. Lane wears glasses, and Murphy and I do not. And I don't mean that we are more fitting than any of you for labels, but because we all three went everywhere together, and many did not know how to distinguish which name belonged to which, it was almost as if we were pushed into a box that made it seem like if we weren't still fitting with the labels from lower or even middle school, then we weren't doing it right. And I know many others believe that too. Whether your label is from an incident that happened days, months, or even years ago, these labels continue to follow you everywhere. But my question for y'all is, what does it even mean to be doing it right? I have always been a person who asks myself this question constantly. If I wore the wrong shirt or said the wrong thing, was I doing it right? I remember stressing out so badly before any dress-up day or spirit week or even school dance because I thought that I would embarrass myself, get the day wrong, or get made fun of for just doing what I wanted to do and not what I thought others expected me to do. Now, perhaps this is just high school thinking or middle school thinking or lower school thinking, but I imagine this sort of thinking goes with people to college and beyond. To go back to where I started, labels follow you everywhere, but they don't have to stick with you, regardless if you're a triplet like I am or not. Everybody has a label, and you should never let that define you. Whether you're so-and-so's sister, the one who fell down the spiral staircase twice, the one that disappeared for a year, or the one that peed their pants on a school trip. You can always change your label, whether it's a good one or a bad one. Sure, rumors and labels will spread throughout high school. But one piece of advice that I can give you from all the wisdom that I have acquired from high school is, don't worry about what everybody is saying about you. I know that it's easier said than done, and I still struggle with it. But if you want to wear that outfit to the football game, wear that outfit. If you want to bring that person to the dance, bring that person. If you want to hang out with those friends, hang out with them. The second that you stop worrying about what everybody thinks is the second that you begin to love yourself and learn to prove to others that you are more than just the smart one, the pretty one, the funny one, the popular one, and so on. Be the person that you want others to label you as, and be the person that others want to be labeled as. And by that I mean, be the best version of you that you can be. Be kind, be respectful, give love, show care. Everybody in this room is more than what they believe others think about them. And as the ever so wise Snoop Dogg once said, the best advice I've ever got is to be yourself. Stay true to who you are and what you stand for, and you'll go far in life. Thank you.